So this was not exactly the plan, but we're here now, so let's get into it. So before we talk about 2-minute warning, which I'm super excited to talk about, I just want to say thank you to everybody who has been waiting so patiently for me to drop something new. I know it's not always easy to wait on your faves, but I'm super grateful for the people that have been waiting, for the people that have dove into my backlist in the meantime, in between time, the people that have just been rereading their favorites of mine. It's also appreciated. Like, it truly means the world to me to be supported in that way as I work through my, I guess I'll call them writerly issues. So thank y'all for real. Now, what writerly issues am I talking about? So calling it writer's block doesn't exactly fit what I was experiencing. What I've seen some people refer to it as is writer's hesitancy, where nothing that I was writing quite, like, it just didn't feel right. It just didn't feel right. So there was a lot of typing and erasing. There was a lot of starting and stopping stories, and that's why I say this was not the plan, because 2-minute warning was not supposed to be my next release, or at least my next full-length release. But we're here now, so let's get into it. So 2-minute warning is book 2 of the Houston Skyhawks series. If you haven't read book 1 yet, book 1 is Can't Catch Me. I highly suggest you do that before book 2 drops, just because 1, it kind of contains a couple spoilers, and 2, it pretty much picks up where book 1 left off. And so if you want the continuation aspect, you should read book 1 first. Now, that's not to say that book 2 can't be read as a standalone, because it can, but I just think for the fuller story, you'll want to read them both. 2-minute warning follows our favorite quarterback, Mr. Kendall Snoop Dogwood, and Shakira Kiki Knight, who is actually a social media influencer. Now, if you read book 1, you know Snoop is coming off a very, I guess, just a devastating situation as far as his career is concerned, and that is further explored in this book. As for Shakira Kiki, she's completely new to the Skyhawks universe, but you'll find out that she has no problem making a few friends. In addition to being a social media influencer, Shakira, aka Kiki, is also the daughter of a professional sports gambler, and so that not only adds additional complications to the main relationship of the book, but there's also a semi-complicated father-daughter dynamic that we see explored. Now, it honestly was not intentional for me to write another interesting father-daughter dynamic, but that's where we ended up, and you'll see why when you read the book. As for the basic details of the book, 2-minute warning is a full-length novel. As far as tropes go, it's just a girl meets boy, boy meets girl type situation. I don't think it falls necessarily in any of the, you know, tropes that you usually think of, but it's the basic romance, you know, ultimate romance trope, I guess. It's just boy meets girl, girl meets boy. I guess you kind of have the celebrity aspect going on, and then you have like the athlete aspect going on, so those factor in, but at its base, it's just girl meets boy, boy meets girl. Now, we do have some visits from our favorite Skyhawks, Gerald, Hunter, and of course Hawk. And then we also meet some future important people, which that's all I'm going to say about that. So on Instagram, I provided you guys the opportunity to ask me some questions about the book, and I'm going to get into those now. So somebody asked, is Snoop going to make me forget about my love, Lance? Which, I mean, if you love Lance, you love Lance, and I feel like you'll find, you know, your reasons to love Snoop too. So I'm not going to say it's going to make you forget about Lance, but I think you'll be feeling Snoop also. So somebody asked the trope, and like I said, I think it's just the standard girl meets boy, boy meets girl, celebrity-esque romance would be the trope. Somebody asked about the cover, which you can see it displayed behind me, but I'll superimpose it on the screen, I guess like right here somewhere, so you guys can see it there too. Somebody asked, will we find out how Snoop is handling things with him being quarterback? And that's 1000% what's going on in this book. We'll see him just dealing with the, you know, the growing pains of his new position, or is it his new position? I have to read the book to find out. But we will absolutely be seeing him evolve in his role with the Skyhawks. So somebody asked, what are their first impressions of each other? Which you actually find out their first impressions of each other very quickly, because we start, like, the book starts in the middle of Shakira's first impression of Snoop. They don't know each other before this, you know, before this party that Shakira is having, and she sees Snoop, and she, you know, she feels the way that she's I'm really trying hard not to spoil this opening scene for y'all, but she notices that Snoop is sad and she wants to make him feel better. So that's her first impression. As for Snoop's first impression, I think he is just when we meet him, he's just in this space of kind of being jaded towards interacting with people, but he sees Shakira and he warms up very quickly. Somebody asked for a good synopsis of the book, and I really wish I could give you that at this point. I am not finished writing the book yet as I record this video, and so I don't have it on hand for me to just like read from. But by the time the video comes out, the synopsis will also be out, and so you'll have your question answered one way or the other. This is a good one. Somebody asked, what did writing this story teach you about you? And I learned a couple things, but I think the main thing is just that I really enjoy what I do, because I really miss being able to sit down with the computer and fall in love with characters and fall in love with their story and, you know, take them along the journey that they're giving me. I really miss that. So this story kind of, I guess, revitalized my love for writing and reminded me why I do what I do. Which is a very sappy way to end this video, but that's where it's gonna end. So 2 Minute Warning will be out this spring. By the time this video comes out, I have a date, and I'll put that right here somewhere in this area. But make sure you follow me on social media so you can get all the updates. Also, if you want some like exclusive access, this is me giving y'all the goods. Text AWARN to 74121 or sign up for my mailing list. I promise you, you don't want to miss what I got coming for y'all. So make sure you do that, and I'll see y'all when it's out.